Hello, this is Ninja Dan. We're at the Peabody's Mansion in Oak Brook. It's used to be like a friars club. Not a friars club, like a friars monastery. They had nuns and they had priests. I really feel the energy of that here. It's very peaceful. I'll show you the monastery. Okay, so that's the monastery. It used to be a monastery. Historical building now. Yeah, they do a lot of like plays, and they have like an art gallery in there. I really should put my art pieces in there, but I don't do like acrylic or watercolor. I don't paint. I think they would take some of my art, but I don't know yet. Yeah, call them up after all this suffering is over on this planet. That's what it is. It's suffering, and no one, including me, should be contribute to it. That's a little difficult word to say. No one, like me, should be contribute to its suffering, to other people's suffering. So whoever I said things in the past to, I am sorry. I don't say a whole lot. I really don't. I'm not that type of mindset. It's raging mindset. I'm about peace. So let's be about peace. Let's put down all the hateful image items. Lock them all up. We don't need a storm anymore of hatred. Because just don't. I was watching the news and a little bit because I don't watch the news a whole lot, but I see people protesting around. I understand people's upset, but you can't just ask. You can, but like, I'm not saying you can or can't, but you have to be considerate of others and take the responsibility towards you and how you could change your life towards others and not be so congested, so conflicted, so emotional towards the government that you are so dedicated for. You're dedicated for the government, right? Dedicated for all those things that you have, but then you project that on them and you demand that things, all that kind of stuff. What you need to do is change for yourself. You might say you have everything you ever wanted and you have everything you ever earned and you have this, I demand that. It's instead of like projecting on the government or anybody else and just being very, well, if they're not getting what they're not supposed to get, they're gotta coordinate that, blah, blah. What you have to do is come together as a collective and do it for everybody. As well as you go actually open your heart and go down to a local food bank and donate your time or money or items that you have. You don't demand it. I mean, I'm sitting next to very wealthy homes around here. When I look at them, it's basically a projection of image. I mean, that's all it is. It's major image and ego. I mean, how happy those people over there are. They really happy? All that with all that stuff they got in that house, all that things. I mean, you could look down on others your whole life. You're gonna be miserable your whole life if you do that. You're gonna be miserable. You constantly look down on others. And project on others and say it's me constantly all the time. The world revolves around me. I control this. I'm in control. You're not. You could be a demigod dictator all you want, but that's gonna eat you up inside, and no religious system is going to accept you ever. That's for sure. That's for sure. I mean, like, anybody would not accept. There's a small percentage of people in the world that actually like that and kind of live around it. They like it really quiet. They like very strict rules, and they're very. That's why I'm a meditator. I don't really make a noise. They probably don't like me meditating either, knowing that they're some type of wacko Christians. I'm not saying Christians are bad, but these ones have changed the perception of God into some type of ideal of like greed, power, and hatred, and it's nothing to do with Jesus. Nothing to do with Jesus Christ at all. They're just got the wrong perception of it because they're so conflicted towards secure. They're so confined. They're so set in this way of thinking. It's nothing to do with God. They have no understanding of it. God is all about Jesus was poor in the first place. He never wanted to teach his teachings to very wealthy people. He never wanted to do that. He never did. And because he knows exactly what kind of people they would become, and this is how society is now built towards the only wealthy people go to heaven. It's just, that's what they do. They project that kind of nonsense. It's really it's ridiculing. It's rude. It's mean. It's racism. It's a really bad, unhealthy mindset, reptilian mindset, monkey mindset that just always sits in that type of lower vibration of greed and hatred. It doesn't matter. They might say I'm projecting that in a negative way, but it is, because what do you look like to the world? What would the world look like to you? And then maybe they say, oh, I don't care about the world says looks at me, but all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, if you're still miserable, you're still miserable. And money's not gonna make you happy, that's for sure. Money don't solve your problems. They just make your problems worse. I think we know that by trial and error through the decades of how other people see their life. And mostly it's a projection of evil. That's all it is. Money is the root of all evil. It's in the Bible. It says that. And they have it all, and then they project that negativity of religion on people. Religion is a controlled system that they think, how this should be, how that should be. It's not. That's a perception of you. That's a perception of your life and how you looked at life towards the success of money and greed. You didn't think about anybody on the way of earning the things you needed, the things you wanted, desperately wanted. And it's just things you desperately wanted. It wasn't the feelings of those things. It was just the things itself. Now you have it, and you're miserable because you never found the things that you were really searching for. You just found all these things, these toys, and this big huge system that now has collapsed and fallen apart, and people are now thinking, why should I work for these people, these scumbags that just ridicule me and tell me I should work for $13 an hour in a society that makes a lot more money around me, and also it's nonsense. Where I live, they want to pay like really cheap. That's why I said I'm not going to work. I don't care how poor I am. Why should I work for them? Why should I be a slave to them? It is slavery, and it's really a horrible slavery. But a lot of people are now waking up and they're realizing, oh, I'm working for them. I'm not working for those industries, those corporations. And here's these people are with these corporations. They own them. This is where they live. They live in these giant houses. They're just huge. You want to see? Right over there. There's giant mansions over there. You know, on behind me, it's a monastery, old monastery, and it's falling apart. But their houses are all kept up. They don't care about a monastery. They could care less about it. They care less about the real belief of God. What's about, you know, salvation and peace and giving to your and helping your fellow human being out and towards hunger and, you know, all that kind of stuff. They could care less about hunger. They know it's a money system. It's a slavery system. We gotta work in the slavery system, and that's what it is. They built this slavery system. They built this slavery system for them. They found a way around it. They found a way to cheat the system. They found a way to cheat others towards items that they needed so bad, that need, that want, that greed. Didn't have anything towards the feelings of the human condition. Never one thought about that. They're too weak for that. Too weak-minded. Let's play some bowls. Play a bowl. I'm gonna get another one. I don't have a bunch of them, but not a bunch of them. Probably like two more of them. I have three of them. No, I have three, 6, 9, 11, and 1. Maybe 1 is just enough. The most important thing about life is really just enjoy it without, the materialistic belief. I don't need that. You got the birds, you got the trees, you got the lakes and the ponds and the rivers and mountains and desert and cities and all sorts of stuff. There's everything around you that can provide you peace. So many things and provide you peace, tranquility, and enlightenment. I think the most important would bring you more peace, including the meditation and enjoying life and nature and like, people and friends and family, is by doing something for someone else. That's heroic. That takes the will a lot of people don't have. They don't have it. They're stuck inside their houses right now complaining on the news, watch the news, they're complaining constantly of the government and how I have to deal with these people and all this stuff, blah blah. This kind of they take life for so much granted. You don't. You're like that. You're going to be miserable, and that's a habit. That actually grows into a habit. I've seen it. It's wrenching, very wrenching. It just turns into a laziness and wrenching, raw, negative emotions. You don't need that. What you need to do is do what's the hard thing in life, and the hard thing is helping someone else out. How it says in the your real Bible, the real Quran, the real Buddhism belief, the real the real book of life, in a way of helping someone, instead of let them starve to death, and ridiculing somebody because they didn't have an extra dollar to pay for a meal.